Good evening. Welcome to Cryptic Crunch. I am your host, Willow Schuyler, and I have wonderful guests for you coming up in a moment. So, the following podcast may be disturbing to some diehard cryptid hunters. We're all here to have a good time, so sit back, have a drink, and let's learn together about myths, monsters, and legends, and Yuletide monsters. Okay, guys, I have a surprise for you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back
I am alive.
You are alive!
Despite what some people may think.
I missed you!
I know. Darn kids.
So, how's things?
Busy. Good-ish busy. Like, having a baby is pretty sweet. Having another one. I keep starting over. Nobody said I was smart. So.
See, this pregnancy thing is going around like it's a cold right now. Like several of my friends have gotten pregnant this year. And I'm sitting back going, nope, not me. Nope, not
Mine
me.
is. I don't remember the last time I was on here. How old was Eloise? 3 months?
I think so, yeah.
So she's 5 months now, and my husband has been sending me baby names for like the last 2.5 months. And like cute baby videos, and I'm like, dude, chill.
No. You need to heal your body first before
tell me about
it. Entertaining the thought of bringing in another thing.
But it is good. The baby does randomly talk to things in my house, so I mean, like, she fits right in.
You got 2 of them now.
I know, right? No, so apparently my son, who is 14, I did not know this because he's never said anything to me, but he's like, at night when I go downstairs to get a snack or a drink, or if I go to the bathroom, like, I hear some weird noises, and I'm like, okay, what kind of noises? But he was like, it sounds like creepy things, and I'm like, okay, that's completely acceptable. I accept that answer. Thank you.
Okay, Keisha, your challenge now is to record all these creepy things that are happening around your house any way possible, and see if you can get a video or something of your baby talking to whatever.
My walls cry where there's no water. So that's fun. In the second floor, we have 2 floors on our house. Like we have 3 technically. We have the basement, we have the first floor, and then we have the second floor.
Yeah.
So on the first floor, under the second floor, our walls inside cry. So
I need video of this. This sounds amazing.
It sounds like structural integrity is gone on this house, is what it's like to me, and lots of things. But I'll get a video of it next time. Oh, all right. We do have other guests. So
we do. We have Aubrey, my co-host from Back of the Cereal Box, and Johnny. So it's a full house tonight.
Can I just say, Keisha, I have missed you so much, and you sound fantastic. Do you have a new mic since the last time you were on?
No, I think you just missed me so much that it just seems like a new mic.
You sound so crisp and clear.
Oh,
cool. It's good. It's a good thing.
It might be because I moved my computer upstairs.
That makes a difference.
So yeah. Which is why, so this is our gaming room. So behind me, you can't see because when am I ever in the light? So we have a bunch of TVs behind me and all the retro and old game systems set up. It's ridiculous. We have problems. So maybe one day I'll have the light on and you guys can see it. It is a mess.
All right. I love it.
All right, Aubrey, you are dressed up. What are you dressed up as?
Well, in the spirit of Yule and the tradition of the weather, I found an enormous fake fur coat. And I was like, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of Anastasia with this, with the snow behind me and the big
Once
hair and
upon a
an enormous coat on.
December.
So I don't know what the viewing is like, but I hope this is okay. Yuletide, happy holidays, cheers to everyone. So yes, last night I got soaking wet at the parade. I landed on my knee, and my knee was nice and bloody. But me and my friends, managed to dance through the tree lighting ceremony in our town and have a few drinks at the end. So that was lovely.
So the rest of us, should be safe from any harm that will be done because Aubrey has shed the first blood.
Woohoo! Of the holiday season. Sacrifices must be made. We'll talk about that later.
At least it's not me this time.
Yeah, didn't you have a really hard fall off of something like last year? Several
Last year.
probably.
Last year. I think
couple
last
years
week.
Ago.
Oh.
Well, no, see, okay.
Have we known each other that long?
Yes.
Holy cow. I'm cool with that,
I am dealing with a bit of a pinched nerve in my back, and it's affecting my shoulder. So if you guys see me shifting around quite a bit, that I'm trying to make the feeling in my hand come back. So yeah.
Who needs hands, right? They're overrated.
Yeah, at least my cats are asleep and aren't on the computer desk right now. So, Johnny, what's been happening in your neck of the woods?
Well, today is day 3 of Johnny Palooza 53. And so we went to McKay's, which is the most magical place on the planet Earth, with a big, like 3 totes full of used books, board games that aren't going to be played anymore, and DVDs, and traded them in, and got $129 in store credit that I used to get a Super 7 Lion-O action figure.
Oh.
Which normally retails for $79. And McKay, because it's mostly used merchandise, had it for $49.95. So I got it on credit and got a great deal to boot. So
nice.
Yay. And you guys, Godzilla -1.
I was wondering about that.
Is the greatest Godzilla movie ever made.
What?
And
until the next one.
No, it's going to be really hard to top this movie.
Is there really a new Godzilla movie?
Yeah, there's 2.
So I have been living under a rock.
So this is produced by Toho Studios. It is in Japanese with subtitles. They made it for $15 million, and it's already like quadrupled the budget in profit. It's maybe going to be the most profitable movie of 2023. It's called Godzilla -1, and it is a prequel to the original 1954 Godzilla. They have just dropped the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ending World War II, and Godzilla comes ashore to Tokyo and starts destroying what's left of Japan. And no spoilers, but a failed kamikaze pilot, a disgraced kamikaze pilot, rises to the challenge to finish his war and save Japan from Godzilla. It is one of the. It was so good. It was unbelievably good. I can't even describe to you guys how good it was. Go see it.
I might. We'll see. All right. So, you guys all mentioned games. So there's an interesting thing that I found along my searches for Yuletide monsters. And have you guys heard of the Green Knight?
Mm-hmm.
He apparently it's a story of him showing up at King Arthur's court, and wanting to play a game. There's apparently a poem or some kind of story. It's a very long story.
It's an epic poem. It's an epic poem, and this is my wheelhouse, Willow.
Okay.
I'm heavy into mythology and Celtic mythology in particular, the Arthurian legends. And without going down a Yeti hole, you're welcome, Keisha. There was a great movie 2 years ago called The Green Knight that is one of the best movies I've seen in a long, long time.
Good to know. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, in the poem, the Green Knight appears to King Arthur's court, and he challenges any knight to strike him. But the bargain is, whatever blow you deal him, you have to return to him in 1 year's time and receive the same blow.
Ooh.
Oh.
And the poet Gawain takes up the challenge, and he strikes the Green Knight a beheading blow. But he does not fulfill his promise to return in a year. And instead, he tries to live his life on to a golden old age. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Borrowed time. It is a story about borrowed time.
That is interesting. Like searching this up, that's like the first time I came across this story. And there's a passage of the poem. I desire this court a Christmas game for its Yule and New Year, and you here are many. If any in this house holds himself so handy, be his blood so bold, his brain in his hand, that he dare stiffly strike one stroke for another. I shall give him my gift, this rich, I hope I'm saying this right, Gisarme. This axe, this is heavy enough to handle as he likes, and I shall abide the first blow as bare as I sit. So,
yep.
Yeah. But I tried finding it all in English, but I didn't realize that it was like a huge, long sonnet.
Yeah, it's originally written in Gaelic, and there's a lot of legends about the Green Knight. A lot of parallels. Some legends say that Gawain himself was the Green Knight. Other legends claim that the Green Knight was actually Merlin in the form of a green dragon. That so the Green Knight is actually the green dragon. In the latest Arthurian property called The Cursed, it was a Netflix series. The Green Knight was actually Lancelot. Yeah. But there's a lot of documentation that suggests that the Green Knight was another name for the Green Man, or the Green Man of the Woods, who was also referred to as Robin Goodfellow, Puck from the Twelfth Night, or sometimes referred to as Robin Goodfellow or Robin the Hood.
Oh.
Listen, I could go down a huge spiral on the Green Knight, but we don't have time for that.
All right. So, and speaking of stuff that we really don't have time for, but I'm going to do it anyway. Comments in the comment section, because you guys are very important to the show, and
We like you guys.
but Donna with hurries in and finds a good seer.
Hey Aubrey, I just sent you something on Facebook Messenger. You're gonna like it a lot.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hello, Carl Witzman. Welcome to the show. Hello, everyone. He says. Oh, applies aloe to Donna's seer.
Johnny, what is that?
Dan Hollyfield, hello. Dan's one of our well-known guys in the chat who gives me lots of information. So I'm looking forward to his input. And everybody's excited to see you, Keisha.
Yay!
Hi, peoples. I'm excited to see you guys too.
Yeah. Hello, Donna. Oh, and Eli T. Cash is in the chat again. So, and Krampus Elbow dropping a bag full of kids.
Oh.
Krampus is like my favorite.
Oh, okay.
My favorite is Bell Snickle.
Oh, wait. We have to have a favorite. Okay, mine is La Pierre Batord. Batord.
Ooh, you're gonna have to explain more about that in a second.
Yeah.
Eli says, completely forgot Keisha's house be haunted.
It is.
Oh yeah, Carl mentions hopefully Willow has a mask to stop that from happening. We were talking about the pregnancy epidemic. One of my coworkers actually, funny story, just went on mat leave, and so I offered to follow her on social media so that I can see her children.
Let me see the babies.
Babies are cute, okay? I will admit, but I'm just no. I'm just not mother material.
Speaking of babies and the Green Knight, my grandson, his name is Gawain, and we just mentioned Gawain, and so cheers to my grandson, who was actually the youngest member of my Halloween party this year. He played Baby Adams and had a little bassinet on the floor on our Halloween party. So cheers to baby Gawain. We may not see you for this Christmas, but Grandma will see you soon.
And everybody's saying hello to everybody in the chat. All right, so I guess we can move on to our favorite, Krampus, which apparently I do know.
You do? Oh, look at that.
What? I could see that, Willow. Yeah, that sounds like somebody would know personally.
I tried to get him to sign a contract that I would have to control him, but it ended up backfiring on me.
Oh, yeah, that never works.
Have you guys heard of the Krampus that actually is a female that instead of children takes men that have been naughty?
Yep.
Frau Perchta.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yep,
I would have butchered that so hard.
I've got her on my list. Yep, she's intimidating.
But she's my new favorite. No, she's my favorite. The female Krampus.
Well,
favorite.
so she is somewhat like Krampus. She is also from German tradition. Most of these Christmas cryptids, like Krampus, Belsnickel, and Frau Perchta, come out of Germany and Austria. And she is a witch best known for her gruesome punishment of the sinful. She will rip out your internal organs and replace them with garbage.
I knew I liked her.
Well, let's not forget Grilla, who is a giantess. She is part troll, and she makes children's stew. Oh, but you have to allow her in for your bad kids.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Like, those are some bad parents. Like, yeah, come cook my kids. Thanks. Dear sweet Jesus.
Uh,
So Krampus
Interesting.
was your favorite, Willow. We're going to start with your favorite.
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say like there's a lot of these stories, like Santa Claus is trying to keep kids well everybody in line so that nothing bad will happen to them throughout the year or just through the holidays. But another character that I really like is the Yule Cat.
I could have seen that coming.
Yep.
You have a cat problem. Do you want 3 cats? Because I will gladly ship them to you.
I still have my 6 and I'm happy with them.
All right.
9
all
is
right.
a perfect number.
So Willow,
Mhm.
I'm laying down the gauntlet here.
Okay.
Can you pronounce the Yule Cat's name?
Oh no. Don't do that, Johnny. That's so mean.
Let's
That's
see.
a hard one.
Oh, wait. Now I'm going to look it up to see if I can pronounce it.
Tell us in the chat.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. No. It's Icelandic. No. There's no way that I can pronounce that.
YOLO. No. YOLO. Yola Koturin. YOLO Koturin.
No, it's... I'm pretty sure it's exactly what my turkeys sound like.
Did you put a picture up of
no,
Koturin?
but I can. I will right away.
That is not a great picture, though. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, see, there's lots of images of the Yule Cat on Google, but I know I used this
I
one
did not
last
know
year.
that there was a Yule Cat.
There's
my
a Yule
bad.
goat too.
Yes, there
It's
is.
sitting in my yard. No, but I was watching a Christmas movie the other day, and I think it's like it's one of the new Santa movies, Santa Chronic. I don't know. And they had Belschnickel and the Yule Cat, and I was like, I didn't know these were things, but now I know they're things, and I enjoy them now. I did not know, but I enjoy them now.
You know, if you put your fresh clothing out that you got from the holidays, that the Yule Cat won't bother you, though.
I'm too poor for new clothes, so I'm just.
Uh-oh.
We'll just.
I'm fine. Somebody watch out. Check into Keisha after Christmas. The Yule Cat might have got her. Oh, see? That's scary.
It's creepy.
I believe he's a forest cat, a giant forest cat.
So, does anybody else think it looks kind of orcish? No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
it looks kind of like a raccoon a little bit.
Well, no, but if you search for images of the Yule Cat, almost all of them, they show this really adorable looking cat who is just enormous, and like most cats, will turn
horrible?
on you in a second. Yes, they're demon possessed.
Cruella is a Yule Cat, I swear. No, like 1 second she's like, "Oh, I love you," and the next she's trying to bite off your flesh. So I mean,
is it weird that makes me miss my cats more?
Speaking of Yule Cats, I have my Midnight here that decided to make an appearance, and she's scratching at my background.
I miss having.
Mom, what's this?
I'm gonna tell you.
If you want 3, I have 3. They are perfect little angels. They never do anything wrong. Super cute.
Then. My favorite cat used to turn my hair into a knotted nest when I went to sleep, and she drooled profusely. And I named her Dragon because I love Secret of Nim.
Oh, see, mine are just very clingy, and I have this thing with touching. I don't like things constantly touching me, so the cats will come up and they'll try to like snuggle me, and I think it is the absolute worst. I feel like I just want to yeet them across the room and they're just trying to snuggle me and I'm like, oh my gosh, stop touching me. Go love someone else, please.
Cats are evil creatures. Like while I was trying to set stuff up earlier, my cat Twinkie just lies across my computer, and he's like, no. So I call it being cat blocked.
I would just be so annoyed. Like, just don't. I don't want your attention. Go get attention from someone else, please. Constantly. That is what I have to say. And I'm the one they like the most.
Lucky you. They like my husband more, but all right, moving on. Johnny, you look like you're bored out of your mind. I'm so sorry.
No. I'm actually just reading a bunch of stuff about the different Christmas monsters.
Okay,
Yep.
so who's going next for their favorite? Or are you going to talk about your favorite more? Willow?
No. Who else has a favorite?
Well, so I want to tell Keisha the movie that she was watching with Belle Snickle and the Yule Cat was Christmas Chronicles 2.
That's what it is. It's the new one because I was like, "Whoa!" I've been watching nothing but Christmas movies since.
You say that's new. It came out last year.
Okay, so realize this: anything that I watch does not get watched unless it's on a free thing at some point because I do not have the subscribes. I borrow it from a friend. I mean, so unless I borrow a login or something like that, I don't get to see it until like a year later.
Now, the first Christmas Chronicles movie was phenomenal. The second one, not so much. They got Belle Snickle completely wrong. Completely wrong.
But he's so cute.
He is?
I think he's adorable, okay?
Although I will say that Goldie Hawn as Mrs. Santa was pretty badass.
Yes.
I have no idea who it is, but she's pretty cool. She makes cookies.
Weaponized cookies. They're weaponized
I know.
cookies.
Why
They're
do you think I
magic
said she's
cookies.
cool?
And she looks phenomenal in that tight red leather.
Wait a second. What? You have my attention now.
The Christmas Chronicles is
Red leather?
Yeah, so
Goldie Hawn plays Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
Red leather Mrs. Claus.
It's
Yes.
okay, Aubrey.
I might be
Take a
interested
cold
in
shower.
a little more now.
Yeah. And Kurt Russell, her real life husband, plays Santa Claus, and he wears.
Is
this...
that who that is?
Yes.
He's
Okay, I
pretty
have to
fit
watch
for
it
an
now.
old dude.
Keisha.
Yes, I love you, Johnny.
Oh.
What's up?
We all know who Keisha's crush is now.
But
No.
he's probably my second favorite Hollywood Santa because he wears this awesome long red leather coat with this rabbit fur fringe, and that coat is so cool. Yeah, they're leather clad Santa and Mrs.
Oh, my type of Christmas. Okay, I'll watch it.
It is pretty sweet, not gonna lie.
Okay, so who's next?
Willow's was the same as mine, so it's you guys get to.
Johnny.
So let's talk about Belle Snickle. So because the Christmas Chronicles 2 got him so wrong. Belle Snickle he's another male character from southwestern Germany, and his legend traveled to the United States and survives today in Pennsylvania Dutch customs, Amish and Mennonite customs. So if you go to Amish country, you will see portrayals of Belle Snickle. And he comes to children sometime before Christmas wearing tattered old clothing and raggedy fur. And Belle Snickle carries a switch. You all know what a switch is?
Yeah.
You know,
I have some. I mean, kidding. Go on.
a flexible branch.
No.
And he carries the switch to frighten children and candy to reward them for good behavior. And in more modern times, the switch is only used for noise and to warn children that they still have time to be good before Christmas Day. And then all the children get candy if they're polite about it. So, yeah. And
You've been bad, but I scared the poo out of you, so I'm going to give you candy now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, that is a bad picture.
That is some PTS issues right there. PTSD
Wait,
issues.
put that back up, Willow. I missed it.
What is going on?
Yeah. So his
He's pretty
that
cute.
looks like an old video game.
Yeah, his Switch. It's just in modern times. It's like, like your dad. Did you guys have a dad like me who was Indiana dad with the belt, and he would flex it and then snap it and crack it just to scare the bejeebas out of you? Well, that's what Belsnickel does with the Switch.
Okay, maybe my childhood wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I mean, are y'all okay?
No, they ended up having children that they ended up screwing up later on in life.
Okay.
Am I the only one who got beat with a belt? What?
No, like my mom used to
no.
threaten it, but she never actually did anything.
Now,
with
my
it.
mom, my dad was Indiana dad with the belt. My mom was like an Olympic fencer with a spoon. She had a big wooden spoon, and she could hit you from 20 paces. She could throw that thing and pop you right between.
So I am glad that I was a grandchild to my mother, because my grandma, she helped raise me. I lived with her for most of my childhood. She was fantastic. But one day I found a wooden paddle in our entry room with holes drilled in it, and I was like, "Hey, Grandma, what is this?" And she's like, "Oh, she had 10 kids and 8 of them were boys." And she used to tell me stories like, "Oh yeah, your uncles were running with knives and chopped a whole chunk of skin off your uncle's leg and the dog ate it." And I'd be like, "What in the world happened when you guys were young?"
So do you know why there were holes in the paddle?
Because it hurts 10 times worse.
But do you know why it hurts 10 times worse?
Because the airflow.
That's right. That paddle can move faster because air goes through those holes. And
so you understand the science, yet you've never experienced it. That's wonderful.
I read a lot of science books.
I was talking to Keisha. I know you and I don't know about Willow, but yeah.
Tonight's episode of Cryptic Crunch has turned into unpacking abusive behavior.
Well, see, I remember
about Yuletide nightmares. I mean,
I remember this with fond memories. I don't.
Okay, Johnny.
Wait. I'm gonna no. Listen. I'm gonna admit something here. I am of a different generation. My generation does not look back on those spankings, and we don't believe in trauma.
Speak for yourself, sir. Speak for yourself.
I know.
Right.
I'm saying me. To me, it's not traumatic. It's just it's a memorable part of my childhood. Like when my brother and I deserved it. I'm going to tell you. Here's what happened. Okay. So here, what happened was, we were out in the backyard, and around the back, behind the fence, behind the shed, and we had a burn pile, and my brother and I, we got the logs off of the log pile for the fireplace in the house, and we put them in the burn pile. Then we went in the shed, and we got my dad's 5-gallon jug of gasoline. And we would pour the gasoline on the logs and toss a match on it. It would go up, and then it would die down. And so we kept pouring more and more gasoline, more and more. We poured the whole thing on it. And we lit the match, and I tossed the match. And as the match is falling, I look up, and my dad is pulling into the driveway. And it's all in slow motion. I'm like, no! And that fireball, it went 30 feet in the air. And my dad screeched the brakes. He jumped out, and he started running towards us. My brother and I, we started running around the house. My dad caught my brother first. He was younger. And
I would have kept running if I was you.
I did. I kept running. and I get around the other side of the house, and here comes my dad circling around, and I thought I was going to be smart by keeping the car between him and I. So we're circling the car like this. Now my dad was an Olympic athlete.
He
So
jumped the car, didn't he?
he put one hand on the roof of the car and he leapt over the car. And as he was coming down, his belt came out of the belt loops and he landed and just, I don't remember anything else that happened that year. But you know what? I remember that fondly. That's a fun memory.
What?
Yes.
So you would have been the prime person to be stuffed in Krampus's bag.
Or made into stew. I'm pretty sure your parents would have let those people in. They would have been like, hey, come on in.
Johnny Soup.
Wow. You know what? I can relate, Johnny. I can relate because in my last foster home, my foster brother was kind of weird. He did pretty much the same thing, but with a 2-liter pop bottle. I don't know. I think it was. I want to say old oil or old gasoline.
Oh no!
He ended up lighting that thing, and yeah,
So my parents were very strict. They were disciplinarians, but there was never ever any question that they absolutely adored us, and that their discipline came from a desire to shape us to be responsible adults. It was always from a place of love, never a place of anger or what's the word I'm looking for? Not despisement, but resentment. So it's different. So I remember.
Sorry, you can say that you deserved every one of those spankings that you got as a kid.
Oh God, yes, every single one.
Well, there you go. Some of us needed Krampus, and some of us didn't want Krampus around.
So that did not.
I was an
did not mean
child.
for the. No, you were not. That is a lie.
No, I was.
Oh, maybe as far as your parents knew, but we know the
I
truth,
didn't turn
Keisha.
into a heathen until I got a little older. I was a great child, like perfect.
Okay.
But then I turned into a teenager, and
I was just gonna say, what age did you have your first child?
Yeah, you turned into a teenager and you joined a vampire cult. I mean, Keisha.
We still have to unpack that.
Wait, what?
Hey,
I'm new to this
those
story.
guys are still my friends, okay? I would have definitely run off with them.
Okay.
Yeah, Keisha.
Well, we can
Keisha,
just say that the Polar Bear Express had completely derailed on this episode.
So this was not meant to be unpacking childhood trauma and going through therapy, but I guess there's something connected to the Christmas monsters that reminds some people
he
of
sees
that.
you when you're good and you're bad, when you're awake and stuff. Like, it's all about basically fear-mongering you into being a good child all year so that you can get something at the end of the year.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna get to my
only
favorite
purpose
monster because that leads right into that, Keisha.
Is it Santa?
No, my favorite monster is La Pierre Petard. He is called by some slang as Father Whipper.
Yeah.
He went around with a whip, and that picture, by the way, that you put up could be one of his renditions. But it does come from a French basis. He would whoop naughty kids with that whip. He came around with soot on his face. But here's the thing that people forget is that some of them forget that he used to be called a butcher. He was a killer. He used to kill children. And he wore a hooded robe. He had lanky, dirty hair.
Aubrey, did you say he was your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Go on. I'm
Of
fine
the
with this. Go
monsters.
on.
Of the monsters.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. So he's portrayed as a scary, bug-eyed, lanky. Well, there. I don't know why he doesn't have lanky hair there, but yes, that's him. Yeah, and he
Wait.
was considered. He
Those
was
poor
considered
little kids.
Saint Nicholas's right-hand man. Afterwards, not buddy. He was a servant of Saint Nicholas in many renditions. He would slaughter children and turn them into meat. And Santa, Saint Nicholas, was the hero of this story. He found the butcher and he stopped the butcher and he made the butcher work for him. So this in rendition is the one that doesn't have him as a demon. There's a lot of renditions where this character that's a dark hooded figure that seems to work for Santa or against Santa, or like the naughty way he's going to hurt the kids. He's dark. He's got a robe. Sometimes he has a mask. Sometimes he has soot on his face. But the same thing happens every time. He's there to punish the bad kids. That is exactly what he's there for. But in this particular rendition, 4th century, he was a butcher.
Well. So I want to piggyback off something you just said. So
Okay.
after he was indentured by Santa, Santa enslaved him and made him like an enforcer for naughty children. But prior to that, he craved the children to eat. He literally would, and in the description I'm reading,
children.
he not children, boys. He would lure boys into his butcher shop.
Naughty boys.
Oh.
And so that's my favorite.
Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho!
My favorite creepy one. I didn't even know about Krampus, and I had already heard about this dark hooded figure because of some background. But I will say that
That sounded expensive.
Just gonna pretend it
totally
didn't
ignore
happen.
that. Totally ignore that. But a Grilla. Let's go back to Grilla. Does anybody know about Grilla?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you like all of the lore, right, Johnny?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm Gaelic. I'm Gaelic, and I love the lore. Grilla had little men. Okay.
The Yule lads.
These little Yule lads. They have names, and I thought that as a fun thing, I could read off their names, because they're rather ridiculous little men. A lot they're consumed by the desire to help Grilla, but they're kind of like the dwarfs from Snow White, except weirder. Let's see, we've got door slammer, bowl licker, window peeper, candle stealer, pot licker, stubby spoon licker, sausage swiper, gully gawk, we already said door slammer, sheep coat cod, sausage swiper, I think I already said that, meat hook, and doorway sniffer. There we go. So come on. Okay.
So here's something that you may find very obvious when you see this illustration and these dwarves. The Brothers Grimm were inspired by this folklore legend of Grilla, and they adopted the Yule lads as the 7 dwarves in the Snow White story.
I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Kind of brings me
Ho, ho,
to
ho.
the Baba Yaga.
Yeah. So
Isn't it Baba Yaga?
No, Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga?
Well, here's what's interesting about that, Willow, is Grilla, she was Icelandic, as Aubrey mentioned. She kidnapped and cooked and then ate the children that she cooked, children who did not obey their parents. Well, you go just a little bit to the east to Russia, and you've got Baba Yaga, who does the same thing. She scoops up naughty children in a bag or a basket, depending on who's telling the story, and she takes them and she cooks them and she eats them.
Okay, does anybody else see the random flashing on my face every once in a while?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm seeing things. It's okay. We're good.
Oh no.
Do you have a ghost, or is it Baba Yaga coming to haunt you?
I don't know. Honestly, it could be anything at this point. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
So here's what I want to know, and maybe our audience can help enlighten me.
Yeah.
So Baba Yaga was a crone. She was a witch. She was old and withered, but she maintained her life force by scooping up naughty children, cooking them, and eating them. So why in the world is John Wick called Baba Yaga?
Because apparently it's a name for the boogeyman.
It is.
But-
He's considered a version of the boogeyman.
Well, but she's a specific boogeyman. Why not just call him the boogeyman? See, this is the first problem I had with the John Wick's movie series. Oh, you don't
Other
call-
than the bad acting and the bad script writing, and the only
And the
good thing going for it was all their cool little
and the
visuals.
no, the repetitive fight choreography. He did the same move over and over and over. And
it was your phone.
There's no light on my phone going off, though. I'm looking at my phone, and there's no light. No.
There's something
creepy.
Weird.
This is my background, but there is no light right there going off.
Well, on camera there is.
That's
seeing
what
the
I'm
light
trying
going
to figure out.
That's spooky.
Okay. Do you guys see the light? Nope. Okay.
No,
There was
No.
one. Yeah. Just
there
one.
was.
Okay,
It was pulsing.
There wasn't a light coming from my phone other than on the screen.
Right.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That
that
there
light
it
right
is
there
again. Yeah.
is not.
Oh, hey, that's happening on my phone too.
That's your backflash.
No.
That's your front facing
Yeah,
camera
but
flash.
look at
that's
it in
cool.
person. You
I
can
didn't know
only
that.
see it. You
Oh
can
my
only
God.
see it on camera. I don't like it.
Oh, I don't
That
like it
is
either.
wicked.
Is that your?
Yep,
is
there
that
it is.
Yeah,
what is that? Them recording? Oh, that's
I have
creepy.
no idea. Oh, it
Yeah.
must be.
Wait a second.
Carl, you know technology.
No,
You're the IT guy.
No,
Mine's
it's
not
the
doing it.
iPhone. Because
It's
it's an
the
iPhone.
I don't
Yeah.
have an iPhone. I have an Android.
Yeah,
You
this is
go-
an iPhone.
you
There is
lock
no
your
light here.
That's
Do
creepy.
you lock your phone and go because that's on the home screen.
Yeah. Mine doesn't do that.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
It's probably the IR light that helps autofocus.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Carl.
We're all like, it's spooky. You know what? It's all of this scary talk of like, adult spankings and things. Got us all weirded out.
Adult spankings aren't weird.
Well, no, you're
Neither
right.
are whips, okay?
You're right. Leather Santa's not weird at all.
Exactly. No, it's Mrs. Claus. That is
Mrs.
Yes.
Okay. Mrs.
okay.
And,
I think
and
actually
she,
in one part of the movie, Santa does wear red leather too.
yeah, he does. And Mrs. Claus makes not only weaponized cookies, but she makes cookies that soothe you, help you sleep, make you
I need
feel
some of
better.
those.
So yeah, I want a happy cookie. What?
Happy time cookies. We'll call them Christmas cookies.
So, hey, Willow, we got to put
Yeah?
this comment up on the screen. Eli
Okay.
T. Cash says, window peeper, not creepy at all. Oh, okay. Sausage sweeper. What?
Yep.
Swiper. Sausage swiper. He swipes your sausage.
Either one. Sweeping my sausage or swiping it is
Those
not
names,
something I want to
spoon
have
licker,
happen.
sniff, is the doorway sniffer, like that. Why does that all sound like
Okay,
crazy
does
stalker names?
not everybody sniff their doorway? Like, I feel like that's a normal thing, right?
Should you sniff your doorway? I feel like, is this a
I
thing we're
sniff
going
my
to do
doorway
now?
all the time. Like, I legitimately came in and I sniffed my doorway. So, like, that is a normal situation for me. My house smells like fire. It smells delicious. So I
Hey.
sniff my house every time I come in. I'm like, smells good. Like, I feel like that's a normal thing. Okay, guys.
Willow, we have a longtime fan of the Cereal Box Network commenting in the comments. James Scott from Across the Pond Sports Network is joining us from Ireland or Scotland. I'm sorry.
Shouldn't you be
Don't kill me,
Ooh,
James.
what time is it
He's from Edinburgh, Scotland, and he asks, "Is Die Hard a Christmas film?"
No,
Yes.
Oh,
I've
no,
never
no.
seen it, so I actually
Wait a
have no
second.
idea.
Wait a second.
The
What? No.
director.
Wait,
the director
Keisha.
said it is absolutely a Christmas movie.
Keisha,
I
you
wrote
did
Aubrey.
Die Hard. You've
I've never seen it.
Oh my! I thought okay.
Bruce Willis declared it was a Christmas movie as well?
Who
I
what?
gotta
Who?
see it. See it
Didn't
this
Bruce
Christmas.
Willis declare it as a
Yeah.
Christmas movie
Oh,
as
yeah.
well?
Yeah.
So,
And-
who
and-
are we to argue with Bruce Willis?
Well, Keisha, I will let you know that since you love your family, he loves his family too, and it is Christmas time at his family's.
You guys.
What?
Eli T. Cash posted this. How is there not a suicide style movie starring Krampus and other Christmas cryptids?
Ooh, Eli, I like your brain.
Now
I like your
there
brain.
is a suicide style movie that that features the villains of folklore like Rumpelstiltskin and some others in a suicide style team, and I can't remember what that's called. I have it on Blu-ray because if there's a bad movie out there, I want to see it.
Oh, watch Thanksgiving.
I heard that's actually good.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Huh.
You heard it's good from me. I lied.
Okay.
But I will die on the hill of watching it every year for Thanksgiving.
Then again, I have friends who love bad horror movies, so
That's me.
so-
Me and my husband go to the Dollar Tree and pick out a scary movie from the Dollar Tree as a date night, and we'll go home and watch it, and we pick that thing apart. It is fantastic.
That sounds so much fun.
That needs to be a podcast.
Yeah.
It should. That would be great.
So if you guys want to see a great Christmas movie, it's a new one, came out last year, Violent Night.
I heard that's a good one as well.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I probably honestly have seen it.
Well, so no, because it only came out on video like the last couple of months.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
David Harbour plays Santa, who is become disillusioned with his role and with the apathy of kids in the world.
I did see this last year. It is a good movie.
Yeah, and he's just like putting in the motions, but he hates his life. He hates his job. He's considering, checking out.
Sounds like he needs therapy.
But he's kind of a sexy Santa. Can I say that?
You can. So what happens though is that there's this terrorist group that takes control of this like super uber wealthy family's Christmas party, and they're blackmailing the matriarch for billions of dollars, and they're threatening to kill one member of her family until she gives it to him, and Santa Claus intervenes and saves the day in spectacular Christmas warrior fashion. If you've not seen it, it's fantastic.
You'll have to remind me that later because I have a Christmas problem.
I live in the city where Christmas movies are made.
Only the Hallmark movies.
You guys, I have to go in a second, but I want you to see the baby before I go.
Okay.
because she's up.
This
so I need
is
to
a
go
big
put her back
screen
down.
moment.
Say hi. This is
All right,
my
Cryptic
crack
Crunch
goblin.
first.
Such a cutie.
Baby.
This is the Cryptic Crunch first. Little
What- what-
baby.
What's the name?
Eloise.
Eloise.
Very
Eloise is a lot more well behaved than Dolores.
Dolores, honey, you want to come say hi too?
Oh,
Oh boy.
Spoke too soon.
yeah.
Which way are you? One way or another? Wrong way.
Hi.
Hey, Dolores.
Okay, 1 second, baby. Okay, I have to go put these things to bed.
All right.
But I loved being on here. I'll see you guys later.
You guys have a great night.
Dolores is back. Yes, baby. We'll see you later. Bye.
All right. Well, I guess with a couple minutes left of the hour, unless you guys want to go for a little bit longer, but
Well, I have to step out, have a hard break. I promised my wife that I would not go longer than an hour since we did almost 2 hours yesterday morning. Can you believe it?
This is a great show. It was a great show.
Well, we couldn't get Aubrey to shut up. Wait, did I just say that out loud?
Oh.
Ah.
All right,
wasn't
Johnny,
good. It
tell
wasn't good.
everybody where we can find you.
So you can find me on all of the places. Just look up Johnny Beyond, but in particular, follow us at backofthecerealbox.fun. That is our website for the entire Cereal Box network. You can connect with this show, with our flagship show, Back of the Cereal Box, the Ice Cream Queens, Fanatic Forum, Cartoon Commotion, all of our shows on our network, and that is the hub. And definitely check that out.
And I swear I had a banner for that, but apparently it's not here.
Oh, you're talking about the
scroll.
Oh yeah, it's here. It's for our Patreon.
Oh,
But there it is.
There we are. Right here. There we go, guys.
that works. Excellent. All right. So, Aubrey, where can we find you?
You can find me right here on Instagram, Donnie Even K, and Facebook alike. You need someone to do face painting for your holiday event, or a cartoon character, or any other kind of characters from movies or other. That's me.
And you guys can find me all over social media. I like to call myself the social media socialite, though that may change a little bit. But who knows? I might find myself on Threads sooner or later. All right. So you can find me YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok is a big one. So yeah, follow me, share, like, and subscribe to all my content.
Yeah, so I want to throw one thing out before we go. Since we're talking about Krampus, I did an episode of Back Issue Breakfast Club exclusively for our patrons on patreon.com. I did a review of the graphic novel collection Krampus, A Yuletide Adventure. And you're going to have to watch the episode on Patreon to get a full review, but it is awesome. And the characters that we've talked about tonight, Bell Snickle and Frau Perchta, and some of the others are all in this story. So go check that out at patreon.com/cerealboxpodcast. Ta-da!
All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you, thank you, Johnny, and thank you, Aubrey, and thank you, Keisha, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us, Willow.
All right, let's end this.